has limitless potential.
Good mark from Green. Up on the wing. Sends it into the Metro exit to Johnston. Down low, it was a really nice gather from Will Green.
From the restart. Green, very clever in ruck. Smiley hammers it forward. He's been busy in the middle. Nyko. That's a nice ball. Big fella O'Farrell caught in two minds. And he wins the hit out. Reed trying to burst through. Does it well, and the handball weighted perfectly for Demetia. High ball inside 50. Brilliant. Rudd hangs on.
For him to bounce back.
And many of these boys would have progressed, Cal, from what's called the Futures game, MCG Grand Final day, an early curtain raiser. He kicked 3 1/4 in that game.
He's kicked another 3-goal game as well, playing at that level. So certainly a very handy midfielder can go forward.
Here they go again, Vic Country. Dersma approaches 50, eyes the sticks, but it doesn't have the accuracy.
No free kick paid. They managed to get defenders there to try and mop up at the moment. South Australia under all kinds of duress at the moment. Slade, the big up and under, and that's going to be intercepted by Western Australia.
Right on the hot spot. Players go up. Waiting down was Wheaton. Wheaton's kick towards the wing, only as far as Hardiman. Long with the left foot. In front, terrific mark. Edwards.
Darcy Wilson kicks blindly and it's cut off. South Australia have been able to lock it inside their forward 50 at the moment, but it's coming out with relative ease. O'Leary. Beautiful corridor ball gets to Roberts, who can run and bounce. Looking for a lead inside 50, and he gets it in Watson.
Dyson Heppel, Jared Roughhead country. Here's Darcy Wilson. Good mark taken by Roberts, who's such a prolific user of the ball. And again, shares it nicely here out to Jagger Smith. Phylactides has taken a couple too many steps. Ship back the other way for country. Beautiful positioning.
A few bottom ages out there today. Centres the ball to the top of the square. Reed has to come from behind. Standing tall in front is Murphy. Back in the middle, 3 goals in a row now to Vic Metro. Game high 18-point lead. Vic Country winning out of the middle of the goal square. That is an excellent mark taken by Ollie Murphy, who has progressed very well.
He'll take his best effort from 50 metres. It'll go right to the line. And from behind was Tholstrup, but in front, that is a terrific mark from Ollie Murphy, shifter.
Lual's turned it over, comes back the other way. Stevens did well to effect the kick. Gave it to Draper, though, of South Australia. Lual just cuts a swathe through the pack inside the defensive 50. McCabe, great mark.
In the middle, Smart can take off. Send it to half forward. McCabe in best position, and he takes the grab.
Sanders overruns. It ended up with Rogers. He got brought down by McAuliffe. Thomas did well. Allies advance it towards half forward. That's a good mark.
Debate about playing against men versus playing underage footy. Yep. Both systems work. The Victorian system that sees them mainly, there's a great mark there. They're the sorts of things you look for, the kids that step up when the pressure's on.
Hollands, big pack mark. Edwards raising up, taking a strong contested grab.
Right on the hot spot. Players go up. Waiting down was Wheaton. Wheaton's kick towards the wing, only as far as Hardiman. Long with the left foot. In front, terrific mark. Edwards.
He'll be getting up to that as far as hit-outs in this game, but just his contested mark. Good tank on him as well, but can he provide the polish? That's the big question.
This will be for his first goal and the second of the quarter. Drop punt on its way. He steers it through.
No one gets a hand on it in the contest. Ashcroft mopping up on the ground as per usual. Ryan couldn't take the sliding mark, and they can hurt them here. Going the other way, Metro, is Croft. Takes the mark, doesn't want the set shot because he can kick it on the run just like that. No one gets a hand on it in the contest. Ashcroft mopping up on the ground as per usual. Ryan couldn't take the sliding mark, and they can hurt them here. Going the other way, Metro, is Croft. Takes the mark, doesn't want the set shot because he can kick it on the run, just like that.
Actually come out on top. Can I get a tip from either of you?
If I know Shifter, he's going to sit on the fence, but I think it's going to be this game. I think will definitely be won through the midfield, particularly. You know, Metro, we've spoken about Metro making 9 changes, and a lot of those changes have actually come through the midfield. So the 3 bottom ages, as we've spoken about.
In hope. It's almost desperation time now for Vic Country. Tapped on to Darcy Wilson. Actually takes a bounce. Had a really long time to think about it. Got boots the ball. And maybe has just kept Vic Country in it.
Out of the Wangaratta Rovers, Darcy Wilson. Bad football area. Wilson from point-blank range, and Darcy Wilson delivers. Vic Country lead by 2 straight kicks.
Here for the Allies, Jake Rogers, another Gold Coast Suns product, and inside 50, the mark is taken by Stevens.
Cam Owen in ruck here against Broadbent. This is going to work out for the Allies. It's going to be Jake Rogers. Whistle after the kick. It has gone through.
He's a St George Dragon. And
the outnumber here.
Through to Rogers. Rogers shells a bit of candy. Maybe overplayed his hand. Doesn't matter because the candy is sweet.
Jeez. Burned his teammate who was open free in the pocket, but decided to take the opposition on.
Results in a clearance for South Australia. Well read in the air though.
Sends a long ball into the centre of the ground. Reid from behind, but standing tall as Mitchell. Edwards rather. Pokes the kick inside the arc, but it's going to be a turnover.
Since essentially halfway through the first term, they'll clear here. Cleary snaps it around the body, but the kick with no look there was snapped up by Smith, who takes grass and sends it long inside 50. Arms up high, and there he is again. Great defensive pressure from the Allies. Sanders gets it moving quickly to McKercher, to Shadforth via hand. He runs out of room. May was there to support. McKercher centres it, and O'Sullivan has drifted forward.
And again, they're chipping around, adding to those numbers. This is Harvey Thomas once more. GWS Giants Academy member. And presenting inside forward 50 was Riley Sanders. And 50 to go with it. Certain goal coming up again for the Allies. It'll be number 5. Sanders will kick his second. And they are dominating this game of football, the Allies.
That certainly earns you a lot of respect in the industry.
Secondary ball up, Sanders. What a wonderful clearance. Explodes away from the centre bounce. Eyes up the goals. Walter is there. It's going to go all the way. Riley Sanders. Magnificent.
That was the Jason Horne-Francis moment, wasn't it? We spoke about him earlier.
Feeds McKercher, who's had a very similar day out. Looked for a short pass, looked into the gap. Everyone was watching. Maybe the umpires didn't want to keep up. They thought, no, aerobic fitness is good, but not that good. Goes inside 50. The defensive mark taken by Reid.
The first quarter at all, really, Vic Metro.
Harrop thumps towards the forward 50, over the back.
Is that Ethan Reid?
I believe so.
Create an impact and float forward and be damaging there by his ball use, which has been really impressive today.
Allies through Callanan move forward again. Here's Walter. This time sets up a goal to his teammate in Reid, who gets boot to ball.
On cue. On cue again.
And also really unselfish from Walter.
Nyko. Promising build-up for Metro. And Croft marks at half forward. Wants to give it off to a leading Caddy.
They need to match the bid, but looks at 200 centimetres, and his natural ball drop is so good, he looks a player.
Oh, that set shot is pure from Nate Caddy. He's on the board, and Vic Metro jump out to a 12-point lead.
Reid pulls the trigger with a kick into the middle. It's a good one too to Will Brown, to Windsor, inside 50. Caddy or Elliott, take your pick. Elliott claims it. Oh no, it's called the umpires. This is Caddy's ball.
Stays inside the pocket. Goes back inside.
That's a
Caddy.
brilliant
Caddy. Nate Caddy makes a name for himself at the under-18 Nationals.
Skip ends up out wide here as the bouncing ball is picked up by Dersma. Good sidestep. Dersma on the way. He's got two, Zane Dersma.
Turned over Will Brown's handball, straight to Lual, to Ship, inside the 50 to Dersma.
Either side of the halftime break. Dersma again shrugs a tackle on the outside of the boot. Pure class. That's his third, and he has set this game alight.
And Country really starting to pull away.
Daniel Curtin, known primarily as a defender, swings it around and shows that he can do it at both ends.
Powerful kick. He reads the cues very well. The ball's coming into the forward line. Can also push up and play through the midfield.
Kick or a handball is very noticeable. Curtin gets free though, and a well-weighted kick. He marks and plays on. Walter wants it deep, but Curtin was in front, playing off his man. Walter a bit disappointed the ball.
Buys another 10 metres. Kick off the side of the boot, fortuitously felt towards Frieger. Couldn't quite take the mark. McKercher, left foot kick, well weighted from left to right. Sensational goal.
Being picked up by Graham Cleary. McKercher has been outstanding. Left foot kick on the way. He's done it again.
Inside, they've created space. Fell to McKercher. McKercher has a well-deserved goal. There's some head shakes on the Metro bench because...
Apart from the obvious being Zane Dersma, who's gone from being a very good prospect to a very, very good one. Here's Watson out the back again on the end of another for Vic Metro. He's got 4.
And Vic Metro can move it inside 50, and Watson's on the end of it again. And to Kynan Brown, and now back to Caddy. Vic Metro go forward once again. The lunging effort was pretty good from Watson. So was his work at ground level to win the footy. Right foot snap towards goal is superb.
This afternoon, Walter's out the back here, and he can take a bounce. Jed Walter kicked 2 goals in the first quarter. It's on its way now. It's bouncing. It's curling through. It looked like it was heading for the goalpost.
To Sanders, off a step. Probing kick inside the 50. Good presentation from the man of the moment, Jeb Walter. He's kicked 3 goals against South Australia, 3 goals against WA, 3 goals in the first quarter against Vic Metro last week. And the floating ball sails through the middle. He's off.
Slipped the tackle, snapped high. Reed one-on-one with Hayes. Reed!
Kicks a little bit short. Rudd hands to it. Reed's got 3. It fell in his lap.
Inclusion for Country. Needing to be careful here. Hindbasson. Reed, ever the opportunist. Slams it through on the turnover.